Sell all of your crypto right now. That's what's circulating on social media. On this video, I'm going to actually propose you a different approach. Markets are melting down in real time. BTC is about to lose $100,000 support levels. So I want to first explain to you the reasons why we have a BTC meltdown and why XRP is still following the trend. I'll be bringing to the screen crypto charts. So we're going to analyze the fundamentals and we're going to understand what's really happening behind the scenes, what's driving this massive sell-off that's happening as we speak. And finally, how you can protect yourself from this massive sell-off in a much wiser way than just selling all of your crypto because the markets are dropping. That's not how things are done, in my opinion. That's absolutely not a wise way to take decisions. So let's understand the fundamentals. Let's get started with BTC charts. I'll be very honest, BTC chart is absolutely cooked right now. It's trading at $101,000. It has lost 106 support level, this yellow line on the chart over here in the bottom of the screen. Now, I remind you that this has started. Let's zoom out for a while. Let's go back a few weeks on time. Trump announces tariffs against China. BTC lost the key support level at $117,000. This was a critical support level on the chart. And finally, all we have seen is downtrends. And then naturally, price kept dipping. I have made videos in the past warning you about this price drop right now, this correction that's happening in the markets. Then it just kept losing momentum. We lost 117,000. A couple of days later, didn't hold 112,000, and then finally 106. And right now, we have to pay very close attention. This is the next support level that you have to watch for, $99,500. This is a very strategic support level. So you want to pay attention for $99,500. Losing this level could be absolutely catastrophic. Now, what that means for XRP? Well, I'm going to get there, so stay to the end of this video, because first I want you to give you the fundamentals. You need to understand what's happening on first hand, so you don't rely on other people's technical analysis. First, I do know how to do technical analysis, but you have to look for the macro scenario. So I want to make this very clear. I'm just giving you a fraction of the pie. You have to always watch for the macroeconomical scenario. If more liquidity comes in, of course, we can have an invalidation of the current bearish trend. But now let's focus on what's really happening today as the market continues to dip. This is the reason why we have such a massive liquidation event happening in crypto. That's exactly because, as you see, the volume keeps decreasing from 2014 onwards. Big financial institutions were indeed accumulating BTC, but they were actually doing that in 2014, in 2016, 2018, 2020. And then, as you see here, the last bull run in 2019 was the final glimpse of liquidity on the charts. Then, as you can see on the chart, liquidity gets wiped out. There's no liquidity left, which means you can have a new all-time high even in a low liquidity environment, but you do need strong volume and strong liquidity to have reasonable or strong support levels. Now, when you're trading under a low liquidity environment, price becomes subject to extreme markets manipulation by financial institutions and early BTC holders from 2011. That's the ones that hold the majority of BTC supply. Hence why I did so many videos on the dormant BTC wallets from Satoshi. The Satoshi era coins that were dormant from 2011. And they just suddenly start to move again when BTC approaches a new all-time high. We have less active participants on the markets, and that's a direct consequence of less interest in crypto. So I would argue that the golden age of BTC is over a long time ago. That's why you want to be heavily invested on digital assets that are going to play a pivotal role on the new financial system. So on this point of the video, what you really need to understand is that we don't have liquidity. The markets are drying out. We had so many new coins that were released in 2025 with less participants in the markets. All the meme coins fever that we have experienced in the last 2 years that has diluted the liquidity of the markets, and that has created this extremely dangerous environment for trading. That's why with a few clicks they decide to sell a couple of thousands of BTC, and we can have massive liquidation events just like we had 3 weeks ago. That was the largest liquidation event in history that has completely destroyed the charts. It made it even very difficult to do any accurate TA. Anyone that tells you they can predict the markets, that's absolutely nuts. When you are under a low liquidity environment, it becomes highly unpredictable. So let's go back to XRP. How is XRP doing? Well, XRP is also following the trend, unfortunately, right now. And we just lost another crucial support level for XRP, and that's absolutely this yellow line on the chart. XRP is not holding the $2.30, so we could expect another downwards movement. So we could definitely expect XRP to reach lower levels. Of course, that's not what I want to come and tell you here. However, we have to understand right now there's a bearish trend, and XRP can actually retest $1.87, and if that loses, we can also retest $1.60. Now, are we gonna drop that low? I don't have a crystal ball, and as I said, I don't even praise TA at all. I'm just giving you a broader picture, but we have to always account for the macro scenario, and that can change very quickly. In regards to my XRP strategy, I'm absolutely not selling XRP. Even if it drops further, $1.60, $1.50, I'll just continuously buy more. I see every drop on XRP as an opportunity to just accumulate more and more. I just keep buying it. I really don't care. Now, the trick here is that you have to set buy orders, because these drops can be short-lived. You can have a week all the way down, for example, to $1.60 or $1.80, and then these drops are usually short-lived. So you want to have buy orders on your XRP. This is not a financial advice, but I always have buy orders near the support levels on the charts. Usually, when it reaches the yellow line, it bounces back very quickly, and you can make profits out of that bounce. And you can also have this opportunity to buy such an incredible digital asset like XRP at a discounted price. Now, I did shrink my crypto portfolio, as I have been saying on my videos. If you follow my live streams, I have said I sold a majority of my digital assets, but I still stick to the fundamentals. I am still holding strong to XRP, XLM, XDC, and a few others that I'm never selling. I don't sleep good at night selling those digital assets. If you do, that's on you. I don't take that risk. Then finally, if you want to trade crypto without KYC, I'm going to drop a link on the description of this video. It's my exchange partner on this channel, and I do appreciate BTCC mostly because they have been operating for over 14 years, no downtime ever, no hack. If you want to trade crypto without KYC, well, that's a great choice. You have the link on the description of this video. There's a special campaign right now, and you can check on my bio now. If you made this to the end, let me know in the comments, what is your XRP price prediction for 2025? Do you think we're going to hold above $2, or we're going to have a deep correction and perhaps we even lose $1.60? Now, let me know what do you think in the comments. Thank you, everyone. I hope this was clear. I hope you understand what's really happening in the crypto markets right now. No support levels. This has always been a synthetical bull run. Most coins, they are sitting below bear market prices. We, in fact, did the right choices by investing in XRP, XLM, SHX. These are the few assets that really had a bull run. Most of crypto, they are actually 100% dead. I am with Brad Garlinghouse on this one. I think 99% of crypto is going to disappear, especially with regulation taking place. You want to be invested on the regulated digital assets. And guess what? XRP is #1 when it comes to regulation. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to see you in the next video. Done.